And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 396. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, I am going to be having a conversation with Sin's Corner, and this is going to be her first appearance on the show. And I know you guys are always going to be saying this. MSK can't get women on the show. Women don't like him and all this other bullshit nonsense you always say. He's a misogynist and all that stuff. There's a plenty of women that talk to me and definitely come on the show. Now, the reason why women typically don't come on the show is because, guys, outside of living nothing, which is what a lot of you guys do, guys, women are like married and they have like kids and like there's a life you have to live.
We got things
you
to do
get on the internet. Yeah. It's not like, hey, you could just drop everything you just do in life and every obligation you like had before I said come on the show and then just appear here. That is what we call, fucked up, and don't do those things in real life. Yeah, like just picture this. If you're a person who just lives on the internet, you have no other obligations in life. Just run how this goes. You're either a mom or a dad, or you're single. You work like 2 jobs because things are expensive as fuck everywhere. It doesn't matter where you live in now at this point, unless you live in like Virginia or some godforsaken state like that. Who the fuck lives in those horrible states? Like literally, you either work 2 jobs, you come home, you're like half dead, you already have obligations from family, maybe church, maybe you content creation, maybe you go to the gym, maybe you have other life priorities. It's not like, hey, want to come on the show? They just automatically drop everything, come on the show. It's just not how that works.
Yeah, you gotta say, can I work it into my schedule?
Yeah.
Do I have space?
And with women, it's even more different. It's because they like to I do respect the way that they do like to scope out the situation more. Guys kind of always go more blindly into it. Every woman I've ever asked to be on the show always like, let me see what you got to offer before I come on the show. I have to already prove I'm somewhat successful at this.
To be fair, I did not do this with him.
Do this
because I'd already watched your channel. You were interviewing somebody Deleted. You were interviewing Deleted Scenes, and I'm friends with Deleted. We've streamed multiple times.
There's a white guy.
Yeah, beard. Yeah, white guy. And so I had watched and listened to your podcast discussion with him. So I was already kind of familiar with your style and everything. And then you were with Kyle Corwith.
Yeah, he's gonna be on tonight.
We found that out last night.
Yeah. Deleted. I think the only thing I don't usually have like things that I regret sometimes on the shows. It's one thing I didn't do better. I got to get him talking next time more.
It's not you. It's not you. Deleted's like that. He's just like when we have a group live stream, he'll be so quiet, and it's his stream that he's running, and he's just real quiet. It's like Deleted. So what do you think, Deleted?
Yeah, because I was gonna tell him as a little bit of criticism, like you're running a movie channel, you gotta be able to talk more. Like people want to hear your in-depth thoughts about movies, even if they're objectively terrible or right. I feel like I could have got it more out of him. I feel like I had it, but then just like every good man I've had in my life, they've left me. That's how it works.
Well, he can get going, and on his own videos where it's just him, he'll go on, and he'll talk and everything. But it's like when it's a group, it's a little more. He just gets a little quieter. He's kind of like me. Like the bigger the group, the quieter I get too.
Yeah. Anyone who doesn't know this, when you run panel shows, like after my birthday stream where we had literally about 9 people on, I promise you guys, I'm standing by this. No more plus 6 people streams anymore. They're just too much. Yeah. I get it. It's the birthday stream. I turned 31 like just last year technically. So I was like, you know what? One more last 2 Raw, one more like 9-man stream. After that, no more. I'm good. I just
you sure?
Yes,
you sure?
I mean it this time.
This time. Okay, so you've done this before.
Yeah. So I can't say this, but I can't say this part. Someone left midway, and then it was like, and the reason it wasn't because of my fault. It was because someone else did something that made this person upset. And I understood the perspective. And it wasn't anything really bad. It wasn't anything super bad at all. It was more like proper stream etiquette that it's like an unspoken rule. Like when someone's talking for their intro, like don't interrupt them unless there's kind of a jump-in joking point there. The person kind of didn't do that. And he got a little angry about that, which is understandable. I wasn't mad at this guy. I'm going to have him on the show Friday. I've talked to this person. I love this guy a lot. He's an awesome dude. But I was like, you know what? And then another person was like just not having fun for a good amount of it. And I was like, you know what? That's the problem with having like a almost 10-person stream. No more of them. Nothing more than like when I have a like the 500 special is probably coming up very soon, and nothing more than 6 people. I'm good. I've learned my lesson. No more. No.
It's a lot of chaos. Obviously, the bigger the stream, the harder it is to contain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how Gary from Nerdrotic does it. I don't know how FNT does it at all. Or even when Jimmy does.
The drinker too. He's got a lot on.
Yeah, yeah. I not doing it anymore because it's literally if I've learned this when doing podcasting. Literally, even if you didn't do the thing, the person just takes it out on you, and it's like I always try to be the person where I'm not controlling anyone. You can have your own opinions, even if we disagree. I don't even care. It's just like, have a conversation, be cool, don't be a fucking weirdo. It's literally just basic human stuff, right? And it's always, hey, you didn't control this person. Yeah, I'm not their parent. I don't want to control them. That's it's kind of what communists and socialists say. We should control people. Yeah, I'm not really about that. You can do whatever you want. Now I can choose not to be around you. That's
right,
the case,
exactly.
But you try out different dynamics on stream and like, oh, this doesn't work, and then it's always your fault when it doesn't really pan out that way,
Don't worry about it.
But why you have a Twilight book?
No, I do not. I do not. I actually don't. So which book do you think is Twilight? Because it's really not.
I was joking.
I hate Twilight. Oh, why? Who told you to bring up Twilight? I cannot stand.
No. I saw the books right there. So like, she probably reads a good amount of women always read novels. That's their thing. But
I mostly listen because I don't have time. I listen to audiobooks and I work in audiobooks, but I don't have time to sit down and read. So I listen. But these two
you're
books,
a black guy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. This Mission Impossible disguise is just really good. These are my brother's books right here.
Okay.
He wrote these, and then this one right here is a book by an author that we work with.
Oh yeah, she wrote them and published them. Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, these two. Yeah, so they're there for display because, and then I have some of my other brother's comic book covers on here somewhere, but they're buried. There's like a whole bunch of stuff.
You bought that's the Wonder Woman Funko Pop that they were showing at Walmart back when the second movie came out. Yeah.
Yeah, these might have been at the theater that my son worked. Are you talking about? Okay, are you talking about? Sorry, everything's reversed.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Someone gave this to me. It might have been one of my kids. I can't remember.
I actually bought that same one. Yeah.
And then these other two were at the theater that where my son used to work at. Yeah, Cinemark. So he brought those home.
You guys had plushies. Oh my God. We have small posters and crackheads and tweakers at my theater. That's what we get around here. We have a Cinemark closer. I love going there. I love going to Cinemark. Cinemark at my AMC are just the experience. Man, people always rag on me because I like getting the chicken wings. I'm not a popcorn guy anymore as I grew up. Popcorn doesn't really do it for me at the theater. Chicken wings or ice cream, something like that. Man.
Your Cinemark serves all that. Yeah, ours has like this nice menu. They used to serve salads and everything. Brussels sprouts, which that was pretty cool.
Brussels sprouts. What old guy is eating Brussels sprouts?
You know what? One time my son was working there one time and he said that they ran out of Brussels sprouts and there were people that were angry about it.
That's fucking crazy, man.
I thought it was hilarious.
Holy shit. Well, since this is your first appearance in the show, so just in case you make a second appearance or third appearance later down the show's life expectancy, because guys, I'll be here all week, all through 2026, every day, all the time.
Oh my gosh. You stream every single day?
I think I've streamed every single day for the last 5 years, honestly.
Oh my goodness. Exhausting.
I've tailored it back now. I wasn't burnt out. I think I didn't know how to manage my time better, and that kind of made me a little erratic, but that's what happens when you're successful and charismatic like me. But let's start with your life story, how you got to this point. So how was your life growing up? Did you have like both parents, or were you really a black kid and you just had one parent?
I was fortunate to have both parents. I was raised pretty conservatively, pretty religiously, and I grew up without a TV in the house.
Really?
Yeah, so I was an only child until I was almost 9. So I was kind of bored because I didn't have any like active entertainment, didn't have any TV. So my entertainment was reading books, listening to books on tape, reading comic books, playing with toys and stuff. So I've always loved stories. And that ended up leading me to the world of publishing because I helped my brother edit his books and then audiobooks. Now I work in the audiobook industry, and I started this channel because I wanted to talk about stories that interested me,
Mhm.
doing trailer reactions, movie reviews, and stuff like that, because the stories I was working on in the audiobook field, they weren't didn't do much for me. I wasn't crazy about them, and I was like, "I wanna talk about stories that I actually like." Like, not all of the stories that I worked on, just a lot of them, because the genre that we work in is not my favorite. It's lit RPG, which is exploding and pretty big and crazy. So that's why I started my channel, to talk about stories.
So you have a novel background, but you don't have a comic book background at all, by any chance?
I
No.
do not have a direct comic book background. My brother, is a
Mm.
has done comic book art and does comic book covers and stuff. It's not his full-time job, but that's
Yeah,
what like, he's done variants, like Red
that's the joke.
the Red
It
Room,
can't be your full
and
time job.
it's not. Yeah, I mean,
That,
it could be now, but he would be without health insurance.
yeah, yeah. Good
So,
lord.
and he has to provide health insurance for his kids, but as far as my novel background, helping my brother edit his books, and then I've edited other manuscripts, so that's kind of been the extent of my no I wrote a novel, but I haven't published it. I just kind
Mm.
of lost the interest and the love for it, so I passed it off to my brother, the author. Maybe he'll do something with it, and I'll just put my name on there as one of the co-author well, I'll put my name first because I actually wrote it.
Because one of my closest friends, he's currently writing a novel. He has like beta readers that he's,
Mhm.
having them
Yep.
test and edit and see and feedback and all that stuff. I always tell people this: when it comes to like books, everyone thinks their idea is the most special thing. Then when you actually eventually do write it out, it's just the worst thing ever.
Doesn't come out exactly the way you envision it in your brain. Yeah. It's hard to write a good novel. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, like the more I was thinking about it, it probably is even more harder to write a good novel than it would be to, I don't know, do a lot of different things creatively because like you say, the best books still to this day are still selling because of something that they did that they impacted a lot of people's lives. It's like,
Mhm.
and then you have to understand, with a lot of people, it's like, what do you want to get out of this? Like, if I'm gonna be writing books, I'm not doing it as far as to like, make it a job. Like, do I want to impact people with my writing? It's like I don't really know if I really want to do that. I'm kind of doing this just because I just want to do it. It's just a cool idea, but you know, did Brandon Sanderson ever think about, hey, I'm gonna have my books and writing influence many people? I don't know if that's even in anyone's mind originally when they first
Some
start.
people just write because they wanna write a story that they would like to read.
Hmm. Or unless you're George R. R. Martin, who actively disrespects his fans constantly, but so it's
This
fine.
guy, oh, I swear. Yeah, I'm not gonna if he ever comes out with any more books, I'm not gonna listen to him because, number 1, he's pissed me off that he's taken so long to come out with
Hmm.
the next book. Number 2, I'm already pissed at the show for screwing up everything in the end, so F you, George Martin.
Well, because you know how it is in the novel community. Like when someone is trying to get their stuff out there, it's very hard to get readers, and it's very hard to get people interested in anything creatively you're doing. Whether it's this, whether it's that, whether it's almost even on social media. If you just made a new Twitter account and you got followers, or any social media account, you're trying to get fans of your stuff. It's very hard, and to see this person actively not try to make their fans happy with how many fans they actually have is such a spit in the face. Like
Yeah,
there's
I
upcoming
don't
authors that
understand
would
it.
kill for these people to be their fans. There's people that would love to have this much fans that want they're like, I want your work. Can you do it? And he's no, I'm just nuts. Like, oh my god, you don't
Like,
just.
he has all these other things. You know what I think is his problem? This is what I think might have happened to him. I think he let the story got out of his control, and
Mhm,
he doesn't quite know how to rein it in. And so
mm,
he's just been procrastinating for years and years now. That's kind of
yeah,
what I suspect.
it's going
Because
on
the books are
podcasts.
huge and crazy. The
They
books
still
are
sell to this
way
day.
expensive.
Yeah.
I know they do, and but for a few years, I was like, the show is better than the books because the show has taken what's important and has condensed it down to these characters, and it's so much more like, the books are good, but they're long
Mhm.
and they are kind of a slog to get through.
I think another problem with him was that it came like maybe he has finished the book. I actually have a theory about this. Maybe he has finished it. It is done, but he is scared to put it out because it's
Uh,
different. compared to how criticism used to work back in the day, it's like you found a fair amount of it back in the day based off of like your small little sphere. So maybe he's thinking, hey, if I put this out, this isn't going to be as well received as my other books.
Yeah,
Actually, it may not be as well liked. Maybe people, if they read his new work, he's gonna start getting called a hack. He's gonna start getting called washed up. There's a lot of different reasons why it would be done, but he wouldn't want to put it out. Also, I guess you could say there's more drama in having it not finished than it is finished, actually. He's always going to be in the news cycle because whenever he's on a podcast, they're going to ask him, hey, George, where's the book? He's probably, eating at McDonald's a little too much these days, but that's probably
well,
where
I feel
the
like
money
he
went.
has been for a long time. He does not look healthy, this guy. He is not
Yeah.
healthy.
Dude's out here on podcasts talking about like ICE and immigration, all this bullshit. Like, dude, we don't even care what your opinion is about immigration. Where's the damn book, you fat, overweight retard? Dude's out here on podcasts talking about immigrants and like, dude, no one cares.
Lord.
What your
Okay,
opinion
so
is.
he's one of those. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
did you?
gosh.
It was a podcast he was on that they put out a interview.
Was it
with
recent?
him. It was like back in 2022,
Oh, okay.
2023, so fairly recent. And he was saying something along the lines that a lot of other people do. It's like, oh well, we're all on stolen land and all this other nonsense.
Oh, get out of here. Everybody's on stolen land if you want to go as far back as that, because every civilization has stolen or conquered or taken from their neighbors. And it happened with the people that were here before the Europeans came over.
Yeah,
So.
I've never understood that narrative. Like, we're all on stolen land. Technically, actually, if one people would be honestly brutal about this, this is how conquering works. This is how the world worked back in the day. Back in the day, you didn't just tweet about how your feelings worked. People actually died. They actually went out,
Yeah.
fought, and killed, and they got what they wanted. Now, is it right or wrong? That's for you to make up in your own mind if that's right or wrong for you. But the reality is, this is what it is. A lot of good people or bad people did a lot of unethical or moral things to make this what it is. You can agree with it, not agree with it, but you were the beneficiary of this, actually. Like, when people say, oh, you're on stolen land, cool, are you going to leave? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, right. Like, were you okay? If you are that unhappy about it, I don't understand why you're still here. But,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna counter a completely simplistic and narrow-minded thought process, then come at it with that very equally, simplistic and narrow-minded thought process. Okay, leave then. Because
Yeah,
it's
because people say things like, well, didn't immigrants build a country? No, guys, that's not how it works. I swear, history, literally, even from public schools, will tell you the most basic things about how it all started. Settlers were first. Immigrants came over. That's how it works. There were people already living here, then other people discovered it. Now, from their perspective, they discovered it, but there were already people living here. So this mindset that it was all this one set that did it is just nonsense. And it also people understand thing about history is written by people that won in history,
yeah,
right? We know, well, given how our life works now, there's 24 hours in a day, right? So you think about how much things happen in a 24-hour day in a time span, right? Factor in how many narratives and things you've never or are never going to hear about, never see, because you were not living in that time frame. And what you know is just based off of narratives, not
yeah.
actually, and there's facts to back up a lot of this stuff too. But keep in mind how much goes on in just a single day. Now, keep in mind about that when you factor in history. So when someone's telling you
Yep.
something, you must also logically not have a small brain and think about this. Those were the only people that really helped build all this. That's making them make any sense. That doesn't make any
Well,
sense at all. What?
A lot of people don't seem to have the capability to think past their very, like,
Very
limited
surface level, yeah.
viewpoint. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Yeah, like, you had people who, were like, well, oh, this would really kills me. Apparently, anyone that got conquered, they were the heroes in the story. And
Oh,
it's
of
like,
course.
I was like, what? Do you guys know what Native Americans were doing? I'm just pointing
Oh,
out.
they were conquering and killing each other. But
Yeah,
no,
people
let's
act like
not.
because
It's
the one that got conquered was just this angel saint that didn't do anything wrong, but
yeah,
they conquered,
never,
like,
never.
people don't know what
It's crazy.
Aztecs were.
There are people who legit think that bad things didn't start happening until Europeans discovered North America. They legit believe this, and they legit think that white people invented slavery.
That's the biggest problem I have with
It
public
blows
school.
my mind. Like
Public school taught kids in my generation and your generation that no, it was whites that started slavery. They're the only ones that had slaves. That's just not true. Literally, factually, not true. Actually, still in Africa, there is slaves. Oh, just recently, 4 years ago, when they were filming that Mulan movie, weren't they filming that
Over in
on
China, yeah,
concentration camps with slaves?
where the Uyghurs were.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
yep. Mm-hmm.
I also what you guys understand. I know they don't go into this in history books in school, but Aztecs, yeah, they had human sacrifices. Some so bad they threw them. You know those big pyramids? They threw them
Yeah.
down those to
Yeah, I
sacrifice
know.
them to their gods.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this narrative was that because you got conquered, that means you automatically were a saint. That's not
I
even how
guess
people
it's
work.
feeling like they're pulling for the underdog or something because the conquered was an underdog. I don't
That's a
know.
lot of underdogs.
I don't know.
A lot of people. Yeah.
It's crazy.
God, I can't stand people. They are just complete morons. Actually, just
Well, the
straight up
more I'm
idiots.
on Twitter, the less I like them too.
Like, man, people are like saying, "Oh, well, you're just push like these." Like, if you have a different opinion from someone now, it apparently means you're pushing white supremacy, and it's like,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
no, I don't understand how people's mindsets even teeter to that. It can't just teeter to something like relatively moderate. It teeters to the most
Goes
absolute
all the
worst
way over to
extreme.
like Nazism and you're like Hitler and all of that. Yeah, it's so weird. I've never seen anything like it. I really have never seen anything like this, and I've been on the earth for a while. It's
I
social
forgot. Yeah, you never
media.
asked a woman her age. Yeah, it's true.
I'm
Mm.
quite a bit older than you. It's social
Oh
media.
gosh,
You're such a young thing.
I'm
It's
old. It hurts now to move, man. Ugh.
it's social media. I think social media has done a lot of this.
I think it comes down to that very famous tweet. It's the best tweet ever. It's the pancake waffle thing. Where if you say, "Hey, I like pancakes," then someone automatically implies you hate waffles.
So you hate waffles? Yeah.
That is by far and away the best tweet because that encompasses a lot of the conversations on social media, whether it's on
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook,
It
all of
did,
them.
and it didn't used to be like this. Did not used to be. It didn't used to be like this before
Yeah.
social media came along. I mean, yeah, you had obviously, you had the left and the right, and the news media being biased because they're dominated by the left. But
Mm-hmm.
it felt still more nuanced the way people were talking about stuff. And now it's just like you said this thing that automatically means I hate you because you are clearly the devil. It's just so weird, like this instant sort of just extreme. I it's a little concerning actually.
Yeah, because I think it's pushing conversation in a way where people aren't really hearing each other and
Mm-mm.
they're just only it's like that person who when you're having a conversation with they're not listening, they're just trying to get to what they're trying to say to next, but they're
Mhm.
not trying to interrupt you, and it's like that's no way to have a conversation if you're not actually listening to what someone is saying. Even if you disagree, you're not going to really understand a different perspective. Even if you disagree, the point would be that's probably not the Antichrist because they have a different worldview than you. You know, like I remember we had a discussion on one of my game streams about like if someone didn't like gay people, was that okay? And it's like, yeah, if someone just doesn't like gay people, I'm not saying I do, but I'm saying if that's a logic, if that's someone what they don't prefer, what's the problem with that? Like if someone replied to me, they're like, but isn't that being racist? No, 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 no. Being racist is different because being racist is you hating someone because something they can't control. I can't control what skin color I'm born. That's something you control. You can't control being gay, or you can choose to not be gay, or something along those lines. Like I don't.
Depends. I mean, there's science discussion
Yeah, but I
about
think
that.
what would be worse for a person to be a racist or not like gay people? It's like I'm pretty sure the other one is the more obvious choice because I don't like what would be the problem if someone didn't like them? Like there's no inherent like you just say, "Hey, I don't like two dudes fucking." That's it. Is that a problem? Is that an actual issue? Really?
That I mean, there's definitely been dislike for that for a long, long time for, for that sort of
Yeah.
orientation. That's not I mean, it feels like it's only been within the past couple few decades, that people have
Yeah.
started to kinda the
I suppose
ideas
I
about
don't
that have
care.
shifted.
I suppose
I think one thing that bothers a lot of people about, like, let's say, you know, gay people or trans
mhm,
people is what's going on with the activists in those groups.
mhm,
It's not just live and let live and let me live my life, you live your life. It's you
yeah.
must 100% agree with everything about me, and if you don't, I'm gonna make your life miserable.
And that was the original premise, remember? It was like live and let live. That was the original premise. It was
Yeah.
like, hey, you let me do whatever I want, you do whatever you
As
want.
long as you're
We're
not,
cool.
interfering with my life
As long as you're
and
not diddling
violating
kids.
my life, my
Yeah.
rights, and yeah, exactly, hurting other people, you do you, but don't try to force me to agree with whatever
It's
you
weird.
think about stuff. Yeah.
People that want people to conform to their weird way of living are apparently not fascists, but apparently it's
Yeah.
fascist
To
to
not want to, bring kids into the mix. Yeah.
yeah. It's crazy how
Yeah.
they're like, you must conform to my lifestyle, otherwise you're a bigot and you're a fascist person. It's like, huh? That I want people to
You're
say that
acting
would be
like
the
what you
fascist.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that's quite
They
literally what
never see
you're.
it that way.
Yeah, because retardedness is the worst sickness of this planet.
There's a whole lot of that going on these
But
days. Social
I was
media,
yeah.
again, like I'm saying.
Yeah, I was telling people this. I mean, like I've said before, if you're gay, lesbian, or bi, I truly, honestly, I really couldn't care. It's literally just Looney Tunes that I really just draw the line at. I'm like, that is where I draw the line at because I don't think you can be more than there's only two. I don't think if
Yeah.
you generally think you're a different gender or sex, where you're just insane. That's where I cut my line. I think people should have those lines there. You should have lines where you go, okay, this is just coming out of straight delusion. If you want to eat vaginas and suck dick complete. All right, cool. I truly couldn't give an honest flying fuck. But if you're gonna make me think that you can become a different gender, I'm not doing that. That's just not
Yeah.
happening. And even that, a very, I like a fairly moderate position to have with people.
Well,
You're a bigot. It's like, well, I'm not going to accept everything. If we had a life where we just accepted everything, guys, quite literally, slavery would still be a known thing here. Just accepted everything.
yep.
What if I eat dick? And okay, that would make you a Diddy. That means you're Diddy.
That would make you buy.
Yeah, but I don't think that if you didn't like that kind of stuff, that makes you the same level as a racist person. I don't think that's the same level. I don't think that's even the same mindset equivalency, actually. But that's just how I see it. Many people see it
Yeah, I mean,
differently.
maybe not. It has to do with actions.
Yeah.
The actions that are can be disturbing to people. So,
Well, because you say you grew up with both parents and you were conservative. You were about like what 10 years old. You got a new sibling, so your parents are still alive, right?
yes. Yes,
Okay.
fortunately. Yes.
Yes. So you yourself, are you married and do you have kids of your own now?
Yes, I am
Okay.
married, and
Okay.
have 2 adult children.
Adult children. Oh my God.
Yes.
So
I told you I'm quite a bit older than you.
yep. So like they're in the mid 20s, early 20s.
Yes, my son will be 30 this
Oh
year,
wow.
and my
Okay.
daughter will be 27.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you said you had a religious background. Do you still
I
go to
did.
church?
No, not really, and
Mhm.
so my church was basically, like a Bible meetings in the home, very simple, but that kind of stopped when COVID happened, because
Mm.
those meetings stopped. And when COVID, that whole nonsense, when that, smoothed over or whatever, and they started back up again, I didn't go back because they used those gatherings used to be sometimes in my mom and dad's house. And then when everything came back again, it wasn't anymore, so I just didn't go back.
So at what point, what made you start a YouTube channel? Were you a fan of someone? Or you were inspired by someone and you
I
went, okay, I can
was
do this too?
I
Okay.
wasn't so I'll tell you who I was inspired by, and it's crazy. I was inspired by Grace Randolph to start my YouTube channel
Hot,
because
hot
I
MILF Grace?
I would watch her trailer reactions, and her reviews, and also
I
Chris
remember.
Stockman, because I like to watch movie reviews. It get me excited about
Yeah.
storytelling and stories. And so, like I said, I started my channel doing trailer reactions initially
Mhm.
because I just wanted to talk about these movies that were getting ready to come out. And then I started to do movie reviews when COVID happened. And 2020 was a really dark time for a lot of
Mhm.
people. I started to do comedy reactions just because I needed to laugh, I was everybody was we were all in a dark place. Um, and so I started doing comedy reactions, and I did a reaction to a Bill Burr video. And that was what actually made my channel, like, go over the 1,000 mark and get monetized and all that. And I still would continue to do reactions. I expanded it to other stuff, but my heart is really in talking about stories. I really love to do movie reviews and have live stream discussions about movies and things like that. So that's what I focus on mostly now.
So, how do you think you've improved compared to then versus now?
I have a better mic. And I do my editing a little bit differently. It used to be I would just start the camera and I use this mic, like,
Mhm.
and it wasn't so great. And I would just talk and I don't think I had a super coherent thought process. It was just kind of like thinking out loud when I would do my reviews because they're all unscripted. And I wouldn't really edit a lot. I wouldn't cut out a lot of the moments where I was going, and, so I do that better now. I have
I think
a
everyone goes through that.
little
Like,
bullet. Yeah, you have to improve. You have to start,
yeah,
and
right, yeah.
I improve my mic, and because I work in audiobooks, I know how to process my audio, so
Mhm,
it sounds good or okay. And
mhm,
then I started to organize my thoughts about the film. And when I would film or, about the movie, then I would film my review, I would have the notes. It's still unscripted, but I have notes to refresh my memory about maybe what I wanted to say. And I sort of try to go by that outline to keep it a little bit coherent
mhm.
with what I'm talking about. So that's how I feel like I've improved in that way, and I edit out a lot of the pauses. Sometimes I keep funny stuff in, like when my dogs interrupt me or when my son interrupts me, I'll keep stuff like that in,
Okay, cats are
sometimes.
better. That's how it works around here. We're team
I don't
cats
know
around
about
here.
that. I
We
love
love
my
our
dogs.
we love our vaginas around here. Oh
So,
god,
yeah,
man.
that's how I've improved, and I also hired my cousin to do intro and outro music for me because he's a composer. And, just I started taking movie trailers and, putting them at cutting them up in pieces and putting them,
Oh, I yeah.
at different points throughout, just kinda break up the fact that it's just my face on screen the whole time. So
Mhm.
stuff like that, and that's kind of what I've stuck with for a few years. That's what I feel works best for me now.
For me, I guess when it comes down to doing movie reviews again, even if I do them solo or I do them with someone, I do think I slightly favor doing them with someone only
To talk,
because,
to just have a conversation.
well, they'll be able to bring up points that maybe I was gonna bring up
Yeah,
or that I
yeah,
forgot. I
mhm.
hated even back in my prime, I hated doing videos and then I would think about the video and go, "Oh crap, I forgot to bring up that main important thing I wanted to talk about." Even if someone didn't
Yeah,
even watch to that point.
yeah.
I hated that I would forget something. So I never was a person that wrote stuff down. I only write stuff down as far as like scheduling the shows and doing like all that other stuff. But I think for movies, for me, I would break it down to characters, story, dialogue, and soundtrack. Like cinematography, I think people over talk about that stuff too much. I'm not doesn't I think having good cinematography is fine, but what matters to me a little bit more is like having a better cohesive story. Dialogue I think matters a lot sometimes more because like if the characters are talking and it feels like they're not even talking to each other, it feels kind of off sometimes. That's how I broke it up in my mind. I had these like markers in my brain to go, okay,
Mhm.
these are the main things, and then everything else is extra. Even if I forget it, these main points would have gotten hit. Because I feel like score should be talked about more in movie reviews. Like a really good score, a really good song, or OST playing in a scene can elevate it more and make it even more grander than what it
Yeah,
is. So
sure.
I think that's lacking in a lot of the movies now. I was talking to Chaz last night, guy I did league streams with. I was trying to ask like what movies are truly memorable in the last 4 years that we've watched them. I think the only memorable ones in my brain that really stuck out hard was the Sonic ones.
Oh, jeez. Well, I have quite a few memorable ones because I watch a lot of movies,
Oh, Thor: Love and
and
Thunder is your favorite, I heard.
n where the hell did you hear that?
I heard it from the great I heard it from the grapevines.
I have
The
not watched
rumors.
that movie. I refuse to watch that movie. So
Good,
yeah,
it
no,
made
not that one for
made me want to
sure.
hang myself when I watched it. So
Oh, geez, no, no, thank you. Once I heard Natalie Portman was coming back, I was like, "I'm out. No, thanks. Hard
or you can
pass."
watch Halloween Kills, which is probably one of the worst
Oh,
movies ever made. I'm not kidding. People think I'm being hyperbolic. I'm not. Halloween Kills, quite literally, is one of the worst movies ever made. And if I ever did a top 10 worst movies list, that thing is at least top three. That movie
so
is garbage.
I was very disappointed in that film, but It's a masterpiece compared to Ends. Oh gosh.
Oh god,
Ends
Ends could
is
probably be there too.
so
Crap.
Ends is I am still angry about Ends. Kills, at least, okay, whatever. I didn't like that he was coming across as practically immortal. I did especially after David Gordon Green said that Michael was human. But, I was like, "Well, they can still right this ship with Ends if they do it right." They didn't do it right. No. I'm very, very angry about that movie.
Yeah, what
So
makes
bad.
Ends even more bittersweet is like that apparently is supposed to be like the last one for a because eventually Halloween will come back in some
Well,
sort of form.
definitely
That's
the last one with Jamie Lee Curtis.
yeah, like Halloween isn't gonna be coming back at least on the big screen for a long time, and that's the last one we got. Is that horrible
That
piece of garbage?
sucky, and I did live stream discussions about this. I did a review about this. My son gets a big kick out of the fact that this movie pisses me off. I hope he didn't walk in while I'm talking about this, but, um, the night I saw it, and I went to bed, woke up in the middle of the night, go to the bathroom, whatever, and I'm feeling sad, kinda sad, and
Mhm.
I was like, "Why am I feeling melancholic?" And I was like, "Oh, it's because of Halloween Ends." But then I was like, "But why does that make me sad?" And I was because I wanted Michael to die. I wanted her to have a happy ending,
Mhm.
but it came down to the fact that they treated this iconic character so disrespectfully in that last movie. It just felt like a personal affront to me
Mhm.
as a fan, what they
Yeah.
did.
I just felt like Halloween Ends is everything because Kills is just that like they're so equally awful because the ending of Halloween Kills is so unbelievably stupid. Like
So
just the
bad.
first part,
So bad.
you guys
Yeah.
know that character Lonnie that is like made fun of in the
Yes.
original. So his
Yes.
dad and his son and the
Yep.
girl. So like
Yep.
this is where I lost my wallet that night. So I was already angry, and I had to use my fucking Cash App card to pay for a movie ticket.
Oh,
And come on,
no.
we had a packed crowd. It was because Michael Myers is a big
Yeah.
character, and even in my city, getting a
There was
packed
a
crowd
lot
is
of hype for it.
yeah. Because I actually liked the 2018 one. I enjoyed
I
that movie.
love Halloween 2018. That's
Yeah,
right on up there with the first one for me.
yeah, it was a nice little. It was a great return to form for the
Oh, yeah.
franchise. I was like,
Absolutely.
okay. Then there was a part because people know how dangerous Michael Myers is. So the whole movie is supposed to be dangerous. Don't go around him. All sort of stuff. Lonnie's dad. They get to the house. Lonnie's dad goes, guys, you stay here. I'll go in first.
Yeah,
Just
like, what?
automatically, I was like, me and the other guy
Well, I
looked at
know
each
how
other.
this is gonna end.
Me and these two other guys looked at each other. We went.
See, I know it was so bad.
Then what's even worse is the dialogue is so shitty in that movie. So his dad is gone for like 10 minutes. That retarded son is like, hey, I think their name is Madeline. Yeah, and the girlfriend's Madeline or whatever. He's like,
Um,
hey Maddie, do you
it's her
think
name started with an A, I think, but go on. I know who you're talking about.
yeah, it was like Anna or something like that. It was Judy Greer's character's
Yeah,
daughter. And
I know, and I forget her stinking name, but I know who
she
you mean.
he the boyfriend asked the daughter, "Hey, do you think my dad's okay?" I was I almost actually wanted to go outside, guys, and walk into traffic. It's that bad. You know how stupid of dialogue that is? Hey, this mega serial killer's in my city, in my town. My dad just went into the serial killer's house. He's not come out for
Do you
10
think
minutes.
he's okay?
Think he's okay?
Like, of course
Bruh.
not.
Then, stupidly, instead of calling the cops because they found him, they decide to walk in
Go
there
into the
themselves.
house. Yeah, I
Then
know,
they
I
see
know.
the dad is dead. He's freaking out. Michael kills him. The girl thinks she can fight him. He kicks her down a stair. She breaks her leg. Then, which is going to be so bad. It's so awful. Then it gets to a point where Judy Greer's character could go after because what's even worse about what that whole fight scene where they beat him up. They
Oh,
let
that
him.
was the injuries that he suffered should have killed him. Just the pitchfork
Yeah, like
through
Judy
his
Greer.
spine, and then the curb
Yeah,
stomp of his head on the steps or whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, he gets up. Then the town attacks him. Okay, and the injuries they inflict on him should have killed him. Then he gets up and he kills everybody like on this round. He's going in a round table, and they're all waiting their turn. Just like when the firefighter scene happened at the beginning, that
Yeah,
was a hint to me that this might be a problem because that scene, number one, Michael Myers has never killed people en masse. It's always he
yeah,
gets them one
yeah.
at a time. He killed all these firefighters and they just stood around waiting their turn.
Oh,
Like
you know
he
what's
would
even
kill
worse
one
with that
and then
scene?
another one. It's like, what? is
You know what's
going
even
on?
worse with that scene you described when they're beating on him?
Oh, so bad.
The worst part about that whole scene, they let him put on his mask. They're like sitting there going,
I was
"Put
sitting
on your
there with
mask."
yeah. Oh, it was so bad. It was
Why?
so bad. Why
They,
did you start talking about this movie? You're making me angry all
that's not
over
even
again.
that's not even the worst part. That's crazy. But wait, there's more, guys. You know what's even worse is Judy Greer's character did the right thing. She let him to get mauled by the town. Good idea. Then her daughter's leg is broke. She's in a lot of pain. So instead of going with her daughter to the hospital and seeing her mom again, Judy Greer's character,
She
for
stays
some
behind. She
reason,
goes in the
stays
house.
behind, sees a for some reason sees a ghost in the house, then walks in there. Now, to her credit, she didn't know he was dead. She thought he was dead because
Yeah,
where
she
she
thought he
let
was
him.
dead, but still.
Just still, her daughter's leg is
Why
broke.
didn't she go? Exactly. So dumb.
It just walks in the house. Michael just kills her. I was like, in that moment, I was like, I think I just watched the worst movie in the last 10 years. That movie's horrible.
Oh,
Every
no, you
sequence of
didn't, because
events.
then Ends came along. Oh my gosh. I'm
The
still
end of
so angry. I was like, David Gordon Green, I was so angry at him, and
yeah.
then he did the Exorcist movie, and
I didn't watch that one.
I watched that movie and it sucked. When the main character when the mother of Reagan from the first movie,
Yeah.
when she came back when she came into the story, it completely tanked. It was halfway decent up until then it just crashed and burned, and I was like, "I am never watching a David Gordon Green movie ever
It
again."
reminds me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre second legacy sequel they did, where they brought back the original girl who survived the family, and then
I
they
don't know
kill
if I
her
even
off.
saw that one. Was that
Uh,
2?
that's
Texas Chainsaw 2?
yeah, that was 2022's.
Okay, from a couple of okay, I don't think I
That
saw
one was
that
just
one.
about it. That one's just about as bad as Halloween Kills. Now,
Ugh,
I'm not as attached to Leatherface as I am Michael Myers, but it was
me
just as
either.
bad. It was honestly just as awful. And it ends what's so disrespectful. Well, how they did Judy Greer's character. Lori doesn't even mention Michael killing her daughter at
That's
all.
never really brought up. Yeah.
Yeah, she just Judy Greer's character is not talked about. I think it's Madeline or Matter, her freaking name is that fucking whoreback slut. Just doesn't mention her mom being killed by Michael. Nothing like what we just throw away Lori's daughter like that. That's the way we treat characters
Yeah.
now.
Well, originally that story was supposed to take so number 1, when 2018 came out and I saw it and I loved it, I thought that was it. I didn't realize they were gonna make 2 more movies. And then I
Mm.
found out it was supposed to take place all on one night, but
Yeah,
then they
yeah,
changed all that after the 2nd movie, and they did this jump forward to 4 years later, and then Jamie Lee Curtis comes in there, and she's trying to is before Kills came out, all this nonsense had been going on, like COVID and riots and stuff, 2020, the summer of love.
mm.
Jamie Lee Curtis tried to act like Halloween Kills was gonna somehow tie into all that political crap, but they were filming that before all that shit even happened. They
Oh
filmed that
yeah.
yeah, so it's like that actually really annoyed me that she did that. It's like, why are you trying to I
Well,
guess
she
she's
had that
trying to
famous quote, remember? She said, "You won't notice my trans daughter next to my actual daughter," even though statements like that already prove that that's mentally ill. You won't notice
I
this
forgot she
daughter
had said
compared to
something
this
like
one.
that.
Good lord. What's crazy is the only thing good Halloween Kills does at all is they try to recreate what happened with Michael
In the
after the first
'70s.
movie. Yeah.
Yes, that was a
Yeah.
good moment. I really like that
I
part of
saw
it.
that and I was like, you know what? Even though this movie might end up like huge pile of dog crap, that was but that's the same thing that happens in a lot of Halloween movies. You'll have like that one really good, well put together
Mhm.
scene or sequences of scenes. Then after that, it's just
'Cause
all downhill.
most
And
of
then
them aren't very good.
at the end of Halloween Kills, Jamie Lee Curtis's character says something real retarded, like, "If we only knew then what we know now, then what we know then doesn't affect." What the fuck are you talking about? If you knew then what you knew now, you would not do what you did back. What? None of it makes any sense.
Oh, and that sheriff should not have survived his injuries.
Oh yeah, I thought he was dead. I thought he was completely dead. I thought,
Yeah,
yeah.
when he showed back up in Kills, I was like, "Okay, well, I like him because I liked his character, but he really shouldn't be alive."
I
He
thought,
was sliced in the neck, severely sliced in the neck,
yeah,
and
yeah.
run over by a car.
To let the black lady live, remember? The one where he stabbed her
Yeah,
with
there
the
she should not have. The
I don't get how
injuries
she
that
lived at
she went
all.
through, it's like, "What?" That yeah, I that it would So much
God, it,
wrong.
it was uh I hated it. Oh
You're
Lord.
so much wrong.
Like Halloween Kills, if I had to pick movies that do cinema dirty, like if I ever did a video one of these days when I'm in my mega genius, charismatic, rich white guy persona, where if I were to pick out movies that actively give credence to the narrative that all movies suck now, that would be one of them for sure. Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, Trap, which is the M. Night Shyamalan movie that came out
Oh,
last
yeah, that one wasn't
peak literal shit, like
yeah, that
literal
wasn't
peak
very
shit.
mm-mm.
Mortal Kombat 2021, that one is another one where there's
That
some
wasn't
movie
very good either, yeah.
like these movies lend to the narrative that movies really do suck. Now, guys, none of those movies I just mentioned there are going to be talked about in a good way ever. And if they are talked about in a good way ever, someone is probably coping out of their mind to say to me that Trap is a good movie. Trap, which has a twist at the end where the mom says, I knew you were the butcher. I found out you were the butcher. Okay, whoa. Wait. You knew he was a serial killer and you let your 12-year-old daughter go with this guy alone to a concert? All right, just throw this whole movie out the fucking window. What the hell is that? What?
Yeah, that movie, I was hoping that film would be so
The
much better, and
trailer looked
it
very good. The
yeah.
trailer, he got me. The trailer, I don't have ad blocker, so I see all the new trailers anyway. The trailer genuinely looked very good. I was like, this is actually pretty intriguing. I like this
Yeah.
concept. You got me. Watched it. I was like, wow, this is just terrible. This is
Yeah,
just awful.
wasn't very good.
And you saw the whole movie in the trailer too. That's another problem with movies too. When you think about the trailer you watched before the movie, you kind of
You
saw the
saw
whole
the
movie.
best parts of the movie in the trailer.
Yeah, unless you want to watch It Ends With Us. So, you know.
I didn't know. I don't want to. I never
Good
watched
Lord.
that, and I never will. No, thank you very much.
Not in the chick flicks.
No, nope, Nope.
Oh God, man. Like, man, really awful movies that have come out these last couple of years. Some of these are just blatantly so bad. Like,
Yeah, the writing is
Ant-Man,
just
like Ant-Man 3, remember that one? Ant-Man Quantumania, that one was horrible. That was just straight up
wasn't good.
nonsense.
You know, some of the movies that are not good, like, they didn't necessarily piss me off. They were just
Mhm.
like, "Wow, that's not very good, meh." Um, but there's a lot of movies that so here's how I rank my movies. It has to do with how personally offended I get with the characters. Maybe the cinematography's great, whatever, all of that, the score, the editing, the acting, but if those characters are pieces of shit and I don't like them and they personally annoy me, that movie's probably gonna end up on my worst list.
And the only thing that I always put as an asterisk, because I usually kind of function with the same similar mindset. I think I put it differently for genres. Like I know for horror, thriller, slashers, you're typically supposed to have characters that are like that. You're not supposed to like them. You kind of love to hate them or you want them to get killed. So for horror, I tend to skew things a little bit more differently for me, only because I kind of go in knowing the story's gonna be pretty bad. It's a horror movie. The stories are
A lot
usually
of
pretty
times
always
it is,
awful. Yeah, so I'm not
unfortunately.
really judging. Like, people say, "Well, stories and horrors are always bad." Well, yeah, I know that
A
going
lot of
in.
times they are.
I'm not expecting it to be. Man, if you expect a horror movie to have a great story, I don't even know what your mindset is like anymore.
Every once in a while it happens. I keep hoping for that little gem I'm gonna find in the midst of all the mess, you know, but I
Oh,
love horror. It's one of my favorite genres.
did you like the first Quiet Place movie?
I did like it.
Did you like the
Yeah.
second one?
I liked it okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
super but I'm not super in love with the Quiet Place movies. They're
Mhm.
fine. I like
Yeah.
them okay, but it's not like, "Oh my gosh, I loved it so much, I must watch it every year," you know,
Yeah.
it's not like that for me.
My guilty pleasure one is always The Purge. Up to at least the third
Oh, The
one.
Purge. The Yeah, you know, I like the concept. The first one I felt suffered from some continuity and editing issues. I thought the second one was better. Is that the one
Yeah.
with Frank Grillo?
Yeah,
Is he
when
in the
Frank
second
Grillo,
one?
yeah,
I
I feel
thought
like
that one was better.
the second and third one, I like those a lot. I think the first one suffers from it's supposed because like the concept is there, but they're stuck in like this one house and they're just all being invaded like
Yeah,
that. It's like I get they were doing it small scale. They didn't know it was gonna blow up,
right. Yes,
but
exactly.
you're suffering from like, hey, if this is gonna be a thing, I want to see people just murdering. Like I never saw the first Purge, never saw that movie, but I did
I
see the
haven't
fifth
seen that
one.
either.
The fifth one was terrible. Oh, another one that just so garbage. The fifth Purge movie is really bad. Oh my
I
god,
don't
the
even know
acting
if
is
I
so
saw
bad.
that one. What was that one called?
It was the one. Oh, it was the Forever Purge.
I did not see I think I have only seen was Frank Grillo in the 3rd one too?
Yeah, it was the election
I
day
think
one.
I've only seen the 3. My son has seen all of them, and I think he watched the show too, but
Forever
I
Purge is really bad. Like they hired these unknown Mexican actors. They were just, oh, it was just terrible. I was like, wow, this really sucks. Good
if
lord.
I have seen that one, I've completely forgotten. I've just wiped it from my memory.
That's another thing too. These movies that come out that are so bad that
Forgettable. Forgettable.
I have to actually tell people these things exist. Like, I really just forgot that. Yes, I imagine your brain would go horrible, crappy, just thrown away.
Deleted. Deleted.
Or what was it? Birds of Prey. That should be deleted out of
I
everyone's
never
mind.
saw that one. I didn't know.
Did you see that remake Fantasy Island movie with Lucy Hale?
I did not. I think I reacted to the trailer for it, but I did
Oh,
not.
okay.
I did not
You
watch
couldn't convince
the
me there was a
movie.
gay Asian. There's a gay Asian. All right, this is not believable. Oh my god. So, what movies have you seen recently in the last 5 years that you would say could be considered movies that are rewatchable classics that maybe did not do as well box office wise? There's
Oh,
always
that
those that
maybe did
exist.
not do as well? Well, one of the first ones that come to mind
Mhm.
happens to be my number 1 for 2025. Oops. Happens to be my number 1 for 2025, and that was Better Man. Better
Better Man.
Man's fantastic film,
Isn't
but
that a
it
Jason
flopped.
Statham movie?
No. It's a true story about Robbie Williams. It's the one where he's presented as a chimp.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember that one. It flopped really hard.
It flopped hard for probably multiple reasons. Number 1, it was very expensive. The CGI that they did for the
Oh,
motion
yeah.
capture, it was so good, but a lot of people here, they don't know Robbie Williams, so they're like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Yeah.
And they didn't know it was supposed to be a true story. I knew who he was going into it, and I thought the trailer was like, "Why is he being presented as a chimp?" And then I watched the movie, and it blew me away, and I absolutely loved it. It's a musical, and I don't like musicals, but I love that movie. It was really good. It was very, very good.
Um, I think for me, I know people don't really talk about this one. I saw this movie in 2021. It was called Wrath of Man. It was with Jason
Oh,
Statham.
that's so good. That ended up on my top list for the year.
Very good.
That's a good one.
I
Yeah,
wasn't gonna
love
say
that movie.
like I feel like that if someone had to ask me that was probably one of my favorite movies I watched in the last 4. It
Guy
was
Ritchie
very
film.
good. It wasn't even the typical Jason Statham movie where he's
Nope.
doing like dumb.
Nope.
It was very grounded, very down to earth.
Well, it was a remake
It was
of
I didn't know that,
a
honestly.
French movie. That's why it didn't feel like a Guy Ritchie film
Mhm.
or a Jason Statham film. Fantastic movie. I love that film.
Yeah, great movie. It was crazy because the critical score on it was very mixed. I was like, this movie's pretty good. I was like, it didn't logically break anything. I think the only thing that you could possibly criticize for it is like maybe he should have beat the shit out of that guy that shot his son
Before he did what he did? Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the only thing I would really criticize for it. That was I love my time watching it because I really didn't
Yep.
I didn't see a trailer going in for it.
Oh,
I
so
just
you went in blind.
went in blind. I usually watch trailers for movies. I usually try to
Okay.
see. Went in blind. I was like, this is very good. I was like,
Yep.
this is Jason Statham, the same guy from Fast and Furious and Meg,
Yep.
the same guy. I was like, this is a great movie.
Yeah,
Awesome
he kind of
movie.
broke the mold with that one.
Yeah, and then he went back to the same
When
stuff.
he went back to the same
What's crazy is we actually had a nice little packed crowd for that one. It was like 10 or 12 people in there. I think everyone was surprised at how good it came out compared to like the quality of film we were getting at that moment in time. It's like, this is gonna, you either roll the dice. There's another play in League of Legends called 369. So the joke is you either roll a 3, a 6, or a 9.
Mhm.
We've been rolling 3s, guys, for a very long time. Very
Hey,
odd when you roll a 6.
The thing is, there are actually quite a few good films out there. It's just they don't get the marketing and the public notice.
You're right.
So you
Yeah.
have to kind of go digging. So there's plenty out there, but maybe not necessarily the big blockbustery.
Nobody. That comes to
Nobody
mind.
was good. That first Nobody
very
was
good.
really good. The second one,
I
okay.
didn't know the second one exists. I did not get a chance to see that, but
Came
the
out,
first
yeah,
one,
it came out this past year.
the-
Yeah, I love the first one.
that bus fight
That
scene.
bus scene, yeah, and it was very efficiently paced. There was
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was.
going on in 90 minutes.
It felt like I could see the comparison to John Wick. It does feel like if it's John Wick but with a white guy.
It
I
was
can see the
better than
comparison.
John Wick 3 and 4.
So John Wick, I've seen the first 3. I didn't see 4 yet. I think 3 only suffers because they added in a plot that means literally nothing. So like the Holly Berry plot where she hasn't cut off his finger, only to realize at the end of the movie that means literally nothing, and they kind of just wasted a good 50 minutes on just
Oh,
whatever that plot
I
was.
forgot all about that
Remember,
plot line
it's
of
because
it.
the high table wanted him to pay for like defecting, so you have to lose a limb or something, and it would like make him weaker. And then
Forgot about that. Forgot about that part. I remember Halle Berry. I remember her dog or her dogs or whatever. But the one thing that I hated about John Wick 3, okay, so John Wick 3 and 4 started to lose me because he was basically Superman. And
Oh,
I
I get you.
I
Yeah.
could not suspend my disbelief. I cannot believe that he could fall off 2 and 3 buildings in a movie and just walk it off and he's fine. I just like, "No, I can't. This is not working for me." I enjoyed the first 2 though.
Hmm. Oh gosh, what else is there? Well, I heard you were a big Daisy Ridley Star Wars
Oh, get
fan.
out of here. Who is telling you this stuff? Did Kyle say something or deleted?
Your favorite Star Wars movie is The Last Jedi, I heard.
I have not seen that stupid ass movie. I saw the first one she was in, and I never saw the other 2, and I've heard enough and seen enough and read enough that it actually angers me to see her face in that role. I like
What's
her fine in other films, but her as Rey, like, I just cannot stand her.
I was so surprised because, like, with Star Wars, I didn't grow up. Well, I saw it coming out, like as far as ads on TV and stuff like that. I was never really into Star Wars like that growing up. I thought it was for a bunch of nerds and losers because I was into like anime and a bunch of other good stuff, right? And my friend gave me a ticket for free to watch The Last Jedi. He was like, "You gonna have this to be your first Star Wars movie?" I was like, "Dude, I don't give a crap about any of this. I literally
That was your
couldn't care about
first Star Wars movie?
that I ever saw in theaters." Yeah, yeah. So I walked out. I was like, "This," and I only kind of went because I had a date and it was a free ticket. So, and it's free food too. So the free elements paid for it itself. I walked out. I was like, "Wow!" There were people that clapped in that movie, and I was like,
Oh,
"This
you
is a."
poor, poor soul.
I was surprised that people clapped because that movie was a horrible, disgustingly pile of garbage. It's
I'm
horrible.
so glad I never s I'm so
But
glad I
Daisy
never saw
Ridley,
it.
I saw her in Switched at Birth. She was in a TV series called Switched at Birth, where she had a
Oh, I
baby with the rich white guy's
okay.
kid, and the kid
Yeah.
was autistic, which is weird because why are we just promoting having autistic kids? Doesn't matter. But it's just so weird where when he told me she was Ray, I was like, Daisy Ridley, the lady who was in Switched at Birth, is leading Star Wars. Oh, I already knew that. That was a red flag automatically. Her acting stunk in that show. I was like, she was horrible. She was just a fucking
She's
cum guzzling.
actually she's actually not that terrible of an actor. She was okay, I thought, in The Marsh King's
Mm.
Daughter, and she acted okay in We Bury the Dead. The story wasn't great, but, yeah, they've had water. They're fine. Yeah.
Wasn't
Can you
she
put
in
the
that movie with Tom Holland when when the movie theaters came back?
Oh! Oh, what was that?
Hey, a dog.
Yeah, no, she's getting ready to go to bed. Just put her in the bathroom, see if she'll go to the bathroom.
Put him
Um,
outside.
what was that? Well, this particular dog, she hates him. So if he tries to take her out, she might not like she hates my son for whatever reason.
Uh,
So he'll probably just put her in the bathroom, little girl on the potty pad. I forgot. Oh, what was in it? I forgot that movie. I know what you're
oh,
talking about. I forgot
crap.
the name of it. Is it starts with a C? Is it Chaos
Isn't it called Covenant or something
Theory?
like that? It's yeah, it might be Chaos Theory. Yeah.
I never saw it. It kind of looked a little interesting, but I heard it was terrible.
It looked a little the trailer didn't look that bad. But it what was it called? God damn.
Okay, now you got me curious. I'm gonna have to
I
look it
literally
up.
don't remember. Is it called Chaos Walking? I'm
What
pretty
was
sure
that?
it's called Chaos Walking.
No,
I
it's
might be
not
a
chaos.
genius.
So it's not Chaos Theory. Okay, I'm just gonna type in their name.
Oh god.
That'll tell me. Chaos Walking.
I knew it. It's all up here. Genius. Genius level intellect coming in hot. Yeah. Oh, another one of these movies, because I was looking up Tom Holland's filmography. Another one of these movies that came out, no one cares for. The Devil All the Time. Another random movie I saw that I was like, I got 20 minutes into that and I was done. This is horrible.
I don't
bad.
think I've heard of that one.
Oh my god. Uncharted. That movie
Oh yeah,
stunk.
Uncharted was pretty meh to me.
that villain in that movie with that black lady. Oh my god.
I
Woo!
forgot who the villains were. I
She was
just
a Shaniqua. That's all I remember.
Tom Holland and who else?
It was Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg for
Mark
Uncharted.
Wahlberg. See, I've gone and forgotten half the cast.
They had this like really cringy love story going on with him and that other girl. Oh god, it was so bad. What
Forgot who played the
movies?
other girl. That one, it was
I don't remember her name either. She was hot though. Oh, she was
it
attractive though.
that movie felt like it had no heart to it. It didn't. It just felt very
Yeah.
formulaic and bland.
Yeah, that's the problem with like movies now, is even if you don't hate them, you just feel like there's no real actual
Meh.
goal. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no real.
there's a lot of films that are like that for me.
Did you watch the one with the Sandra Bullock and oh my god, Brad Pitt? It was a comedy one that came out back in 2022 when Paramount was having like their best year ever at cinema.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, Bullet Train.
Is it Bullet Train? I think it's Bullet Train. Yeah, did you see
I know
that?
yes, I did. I read. Okay, maybe try to take her out. I read the book. I listened to the book that was based on.
Oh my god, my bad, wrong one. Lost City.
No, I didn't see that.
Okay.
I saw portions of it because was Channing Tatum in that?
Channing
Or
Tatum was
Brad Pitt.
yeah, he was in that one. You're right. Lost
Okay,
City.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Brad Pitt
Yeah.
was in Bullet Train by himself. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock was in there too.
Really?
Very
Oh,
briefly.
shit. I
Very
didn't know that.
briefly. Yeah.
Mm.
She was like her voice was throughout, and then at the end you see her very briefly.
What happened to Sandra Bullock though? Because it felt like she was on top of the world after Blindside and The Heat and Gravity. She was putting out. She had some bangers that came out, and then she went and did Bird Box, which was
Bird Box was
it was all right.
okay.
It was all right,
Yeah.
I guess. And then now it's just I don't know what happened to her. But there was a time where she was dropping some bangers out there.
Well, the quality of the writing, the stories that she's picking.
Yeah, I think another thing that comes down with movies is I think the landscape has changed so much now. Like with the generation growing up, like back in the day, you just go to the theater because that was just the thing to do because well, we didn't have as much as we had back then. So you just kind of went to the theaters and you could see a movie on like $20 with a few friends and you had a good time. You just roll the dice and had a good time, whether it was a good or bad movie. And now when you have all these other avenues of entertainment,
all
just
the
kind of feels like
streaming,
movies just got pushed to the side. Because streaming before COVID never even did that. Like, because you'd ask people if they had Netflix or used it, they go like, "Yeah, I watch it," but it wasn't really this mega thing that it is now. It really did actually do what they wanted to. It actually has verbatim like taken over the way they wanted to. Now, I don't think it's going to replace theaters. I don't want it to.
Oh,
I like
me
watching movies
either.
in theaters, but this is their way of cutting out the middleman because this is the same system they've had forever. It's like person makes it, put it in this person's place, they get a cut, then we can do whatever we want with it afterwards. I think they're just trying to get rid of the theaters because it cuts out the middleman.
And
so they
that
get more
sucks
money.
too. I really hate that because I love the big screen experience.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I'm a little concerned about Netflix taking over Warner Brothers and wanting to make it to where movies only have a 17-day window in the theaters. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I think a lot of people don't really understand how these kind of mergers work. So at my job, we had like a buyout of some sorts. And I want you guys to understand when it comes to a lot of these buyouts and mergers is a company could say whatever they want before the actual signatures are made on papers to make it yours, right? I can say before I own this company, we're going to allow you to do whatever you want and freely access however you and have you operate how you want to. Because people are saying, well, Netflix said they're going to allow Warner Brothers to freely operate the way they are. But this is why people are stupid.
But
are
they really?
Like you said. The problem here with that is Netflix can't do anything they really want with them because the deal hasn't went through. So they can say whatever they want right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't actually physically own them. Also, the theater contract isn't over until the end of 2029. So Netflix isn't really going to actually be able to do anything they want with Warner Brothers until literally 2030. So whatever they want to do, whoever they want to have in charge of all their stuff, whoever they want to have do what they want with Warner Brothers, none of that can happen for the next 4 years. So right now, I don't care what they say, means nothing. You don't actually own them yet. You know, they literally don't own them yet. So they're saying, yeah, we're going to allow them to operate the way they are. Well, you have to because you don't own them yet. Also, it's much cheaper to have these contracts run out in 4 years than to just buy out the contracts when you're already spending this much money to buy the company. It is cheaper business wise. Just let the contracts run out. You pay them, then you just make new contracts with them, renegotiate them, and you just run the company the way you want to. So I'm hoping. So I'm waiting for 2030 to see like, okay, what are they really going to do with Warner Brothers? Because right now
Yeah.
they really can't do anything. It's pretty much just like they're just saying what sounds nice. That's all they're doing. It's just a bunch of yeah, hey, I would love it if my wife let me have missionary and doggy style every night. I would love that. But then again, when I come home, I get none of that. I actually get to sleep on the couch. So it might be that kind of situation, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty cynical about this whole.
Oh no, she's doing the joke. Joke's coming in, man.
No, I'm terrible at jokes. But I
wasn't
am
Netflix
feeling
very
cynical.
careful? Oh, or I imagine they are. They're very careful with their language. It's just
The lawyers tell them what to say.
it's not even them. It's not even. You guys think Ted Sarandos wrote that? No, there's some lawyer that wrote that garbage up.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's just they don't even. Oh my god. I don't know. Is James Gunn gonna be the DC Kevin Feige when it's all said and done? I gotta be honest here. I really don't know. So I wanted to get your perspective on just a few of these franchises before I have to head out to the next show in a little bit. So the first one is Star Wars because at last, guys, Kathleen Kennedy is actually going to be stepping down. But is she really?
Really? I know.
Because, like,
You know how
Dave
many times
Filoni,
we've heard this?
but like people saying Dave Filoni is going to take her place. Let's say that happens. She's still gonna be in some sort of leadership producer capacity anyway. Yeah, she's not going to be the fall person or the main person that makes all decisions, but she's still there. She's still gonna. Think she's not going to give her opinion on all this stuff. Of course she's going to be there. So I think they're just doing it because they think Dave Filoni has better PR than Kathleen Kennedy. Like he's a better face right now. That is, it's weird because he doesn't really have that much better PR than her. Honestly, it's I wouldn't say just as bad, but it's like they're swapping out one person with bad PR for another person that has
less bad PR.
Yeah, that's all it is. Is Star Wars gonna get better when he's running it?
Yeah, I have no confidence at all. I mean, they've like Kathleen Kennedy. She used to be behind some really good movies.
Yeah,
back like in the 80s and stuff. And then she came in and the whole stuff that she got involved in with Star Wars, and it felt like, well, when Disney bought up Star Wars went to hell. That's my opinion. I don't think they have done a good job at all. And I also think they're not doing a good job with Marvel. I am very, very pessimistic about Disney. I do not like Disney as a company. They're trying to buy all the things, control and own all the things, and the quality of what they're taking over has gone way down.
Oh yeah, especially with the MCU. Like they wanted people to get behind the characters of phases 4 and 5. Then that didn't happen.
So we got to bring back the legacies. Well,
like
we'll
Kang
see.
didn't work out.
No.
Like Kang didn't work out. Like I think when Kang didn't work out, that was actually the last straw where they went, you know what? We gotta just straight up change what our ideas are. That was bad.
Yeah, I didn't feel good about where the MCU was going to go after Endgame. I kind of figured it was going to this decline was going to start happening, and it did.
Oh yeah.
I felt like Endgame was peak. That was like the end of everything up till then, obviously the first few phases, and then just downhill. A few bright spots here and there, but for the most part, the decline in the negative territory.
And I always tell people this too. I think the first 3 phases have their fair share of really bad movies in there too, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's quite as many. It feels like as a whole, like in its entirety, it's pretty solid.
It felt like with
some
phases
of the
4 and 5s, straight just L. As kids say now, these days, straight L's constantly. Just
a lot of them, yes, for sure.
Like, I think out of all them, actually, we'll do it right now. I'm going to tally up all the movies, and I want you to give me a number of how many of them are actually good to you. So, like, we won't do the shows.
So, okay,
shows be even worse.
Okay, so, okay.
We'll just
there's a few that's like, you know what? I feel kind of like that about a lot of them.
We'll do this. Oh, fuck it. We'll
and I haven't seen any, like, I after Endgame, that was the first time that I stopped going to every single Marvel film.
I think the one that I didn't do it for was Wakanda Forever because I felt like it was so stupid not to recast
Chadwick?
Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, I was like, I'm not watching this. Are you? Because keep in mind, you don't have Michael B. Jordan, you don't have Chadwick. Any reason I should care for that? Like, there's any actual reason I should. Sherry Black Panther, I'm good. How about I'm good. Nope, not interested. That is a movie you catch on like VOD one day when you're Netflix and chilling with your spouse and you just take off your pants because there's none watching that movie. That's one of those you bang your partner movies.
Yeah, that one was pretty divisive. I actually didn't mind that one too much. There's others that I disliked more. Uh, I am in contrast to you, I did not want them to recast Chadwick.
At that moment in time or just in general?
At that moment, like, I just did not like, I didn't wanna see a Black Panther 2 with someone other than Chadwick playing Black Panther. So, okay, you gotta make the sister, because that's what happened in the comics. I eventually, they probably are going to recast him. There's been so much time now, so much space in between that shock of his death and
Yeah.
everything. But I don't know, like, I just have
But then
such little
Marvel
confidence in them being able to pull
So
things
so that
together.
as a narrative that you had said that a lot of people brought up, that see for me, that would have been completely fine because I think that's completely actually understandable. But then Marvel in 2024, when William Hurt passed away, he had like
Mhm.
pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, they put,
They
Harrison
re,
Ford.
they re, he got recasted 3 months after he died. So for me, the reason why, like you said before, you don't trust Disney, think they're full of shit. I do too. They're like, okay, we're not going to recast Chadwick because it's too soon and he just passed away. But for the William Hurt guy, he got recasted, guys, in
Right,
3 months.
but he's not a huge, important, fan-loved character.
Right, right.
This was a bit of
Yeah.
it's kinda like he's kinda like one of those, well, he just kinda he's like this type. He's this
Yeah.
specific type of character, and it honestly
Mhm.
doesn't really matter who plays him.
It was just for me. It's like if the sentiment of the narrative is it's too soon, then I think that should apply for everyone. Then, like if they moved on for that guy, it's like that girl looking at the hot guy, looking at
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy looking at
turning
the hot
back.
girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
That's literally they did the
meme.
meme. Like hell, William Hurt, you just passed away of some horrible, almost of the same cancer that Chadwick had. Get the fuck out of here.
Chadwick had, colon cancer.
Yeah, I think Williams was like
He
pancreas.
had pancreatic. Oh,
Oh,
pancreatic is a terrible. That's the one cancer that has not shown an improvement in survivability over the years.
oof.
All of the other cancers have, but pancreatic is just, and I don't know what it is about it that makes it so deadly and hard to treat.
Yeah, fuck cancer.
And what
Cancer
really
was
was
my bad.
surprising about Chadwick, he
Mhm.
had stage 3. My mom had stage 3 as well. She survived it, and fought it and everything, but this is what I think happened to
Mhm.
Chadwick. I think the fact that he did not stop working, I think that did not help him in his attempt to recover.
Yeah, because he did that movie
He
called
did Black
Bridges.
he did Bridges, and it was obvious he was quite a bit skinnier. When he did Black
Yeah,
Panther, the Black Panther movie,
yeah.
I noticed that he looked thinner, more lean than he
Mhm.
did in Civil
He
War, and
was
I was like,
getting
"Oh."
leaner from yeah.
Right, I was like, "Well, oh, he just leaned out," because you can do, but it wasn't super dramatic, I just noticed it. But
Yeah.
he had already had his operation, and he had already been diagnosed when the
Oof.
first,
God,
and he
yeah.
worked his ass off throughout all of that. That's very taxing on your immune system. All of that
Yeah,
stuff he
that's
was
why I always
doing.
respect him from just that's such a
It's just but it
hardworking
makes
man's
me so
mindset.
sad though that he does, like, oof, movie's not worth it, man.
Now I
I
understand now people understand why these movies had delays because, well, he's
no.
literally had cancer. The main star had cancer. That's why some of these movies were like delayed and pushed back and all that stuff. It does suck that he went out too soon. Like it really does suck. But at least you think about it, he can died with his head held up high that he worked and he didn't let the cancer
Yeah.
ruin his entire life. He just let it bog him down. That's what I want to tell people too. He worked while having the worst form of cancer ever, and you tell me you can't go out there and do anything as a man? That's crazy. Man
Yeah,
died of having cancer.
yep. I mean, having had surgery and doing the shirtless scenes in Black Panther.
Utterly
And
crazy.
apparently nobody around him knew except a select
Yeah,
few.
he kept it very private.
I don't
Yeah, I
know
remember.
I don't know how you can cover up those scars so well without anybody on set noticing, because he had scars.
Oh yeah. No, what? It's hey, I don't respect a lot of black people because they're fucking insane, but I always respect that kind of mindset because that is
Poor
just
guy, that was such a
yeah.
terrible shock. Ugh.
And people understand that's how men are. I know a lot of people like don't understand men's mindset, or most modern women who are complete garbage don't understand men. That's what an actual man does. Through all that pain, all that suffering, he's still working.
Yeah.
You still got to do
And
it.
he didn't have to. He didn't have to. He was well enough off, he could've
Let's. So these are going to be yes or no's. Now, to be fair,
okay.
if it's in between, you can decide if it's a yes or no. So I'm going to tally these up.
So,
This is
yes or no is an answer to what? Is it
okay.
good or bad?
It's basically you're not. It's a point system. It's to see how many projects has the MCU put out after Endgame that you've enjoyed. Now,
Okay.
Phase 3
That I've actually like, "Oh, that's really good," as opposed to, it's okay."
yeah.
That'll be a
Now, if
no.
you're kind of
Okay.
met on it, you can decide if that's a no. So,
Okay.
to be fair, to be completely fair, Far From Home actually ends Phase 3.
Okay.
I thought Far From Home was horrible, but this is Phase 4. So
That
let's
was
do
that I get Far From Home. Far From Home is the one with Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
yeah.
Okay. I get that one mixed up with No Way Home or some okay, alright.
All right, let's Black Widow.
I actually liked Black Widow. I did not like Taskmaster, but I liked Black Widow.
That's a 1. Yeah, okay. Shang-Chi.
Eh, it
That'd be a
was
no.
okay. See, it's nothing stand out.
Okay. Eternals.
I didn't watch it.
Good lord.
My first Marvel movie that I did not watch.
No Way Home.
I actually enjoyed that one, yes.
Okay, so that's
The
what.
nostalgia bait worked.
Okay, so that's what 2.
That's
Good
2.
lord. Multiverse of Madness.
Eh, it's not great.
This is how you start getting into the weeds of how bad some of this stuff is.
Yeah, it's like I didn't it didn't, like, piss me off and make me wanna go stomping out of the movie theater, but it just didn't have the magic to it that the first Doctor Strange did, so not
Thor:
great.
Love and Thunder.
Didn't watch it. You can count those as no's, the ones I didn't watch, those will be the no's.
Oh.
Because I determined I didn't wanna see it because I didn't think I was gonna like it.
Oh god. So that was Eternals and
And
Thor.
Thor:
Okay.
Love and Thunder, yep.
Okay. So you have 2 so far. Wakanda Forever.
I liked it okay.
So it's like a good
Okay,
maybe
that's kind of
okay.
like a yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of a what's that 3?
It's not a no, it's not a solid yes either.
That was the end of Phase 4. Look how much horse shit that is. But
Okay.
wait, there's more. There's
Okay,
TV
I know.
shows.
Okay.
WandaVision.
I like that until the last episode.
So overall, yes.
Overall, generally, yes. I would rewatch that one.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Hated it.
Loki season 1.
Couldn't get finished with season 1.
It's
Hated
awesome.
female Loki.
What
And
if
they made
season
Loki
1?
a laughing stock.
What if
was
season 1?
Uh, I liked
That's
that
the one that had the Doctor Strange episode.
I
The one
liked that.
episode out of 9 that was good.
I liked
Crazy.
What If season 1.
So overall, yes.
Yes, for What If season 1.
Okay,
Yes.
Hawkeye.
Didn't like it. It was too much about the chick, and she was annoying. Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
actually annoys me. I don't care for her too much, so I didn't like. And oh my gosh, Echo! What they did with Daredevil and Echo in that Hawkeye.
Oh, this is where you start getting the banger masterpieces. Moon Knight.
That one was okay. I didn't hate that one too much, but it's because I didn't know a lot about Moon Knight. So, I went in kind of
That's an overall
ignorant.
yes.
That's an overall general. It's like that's like what was that other one that I felt that way about?
Oh, good lord. These all blend together at some point.
I know.
Good lord.
Okay, next one.
Okay. So that'll be 6. Miss Marvel.
Did not watch it. So that's a
She-Hulk.
no. Did not watch it.
Oh my god.
The stuff I heard about it pissed me off, so no.
Let's jump to phase. Oh my god. Scroll up fast, you bastard. All right. This is phase 5. Ant-Man 3. Guardians 3.
I like that one okay.
Okay. The Marvels.
Didn't watch it.
I saw the trailer and I was like, no way in hell, Jose.
Did
Just
did
went
not watch it, because I hated Captain Marvel. That
Deadpool
was in
Wolverine.
Loved Deadpool and Wolverine, but that's
Okay.
not part of the MCU
Technically, I guess.
really,
Yeah.
so, yeah, that was my number 1 for 2024. I loved it.
Captain America: Brave New World.
Didn't watch it.
Thunderbolts.
Was okay.
Yeah, it came out a lot better than I thought it
Yeah,
was.
yeah, exactly.
TV shows. Secret Invasion.
Didn't watch it. Yeah, so all these are no's. The ones I didn't watch, those are no's.
Loki season 2.
Didn't watch.
What If seasons 2 and 3.
I don't think I've seen 3, but season 2, is that the one with the Indian chick in it?
I only watched season 1.
Okay, so season 2 started to lose me because they went girl bossy, and that was annoying Mary Sue shit. So, season
Echo.
2 would be a no. If that's Echo is an absolute no. I hated that one. Hated it.
That's the one where you knew they couldn't care less because they dropped that one all at once, and it wasn't even weekly. It was just please let's release this.
So Disney gave me the first like 3 episodes, and I despised it so much. But like before it came out, I despised it so much I refused to go back and watch it.
Agatha All Along.
Nope, didn't watch it.
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Didn't watch it.
Daredevil Born Again.
Didn't watch it.
Ironheart.
Didn't watch it.
Okay.
All of those are no.
And then Phase 6 just started, so it would just be Fantastic Four. That's it.
That one was okay. It's not fantastic. I wasn't
puns.
pissed at
No!
I wasn't Oh gosh, that was not intentional.
The puns are here.
That was not I didn't walk out of that one pissed, but it's not great, but I didn't hate it. There were parts about it I liked. I liked the aesthetic.
Oh, I actually genuinely enjoyed Fantastic Four. I thought that was probably one of the more better ones that released recently. Like having a bounce back from Thor: Love and Thunder to Thunderbolts,
something
Fantastic
like
Four,
that. Yeah.
I think that should be the overall. You should do popcorn flicks that, yeah, you turn off your brain a little bit, but they're feel good movies where you realize, okay, I didn't hate that. I did have an overall decent time with it. That should be the general sentiment they shoot for, not Ant-Man 3 level, because that's garbage.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I didn't like his daughter in Ant-Man 3. I couldn't stand her.
Phase 6 just has Fantastic Four out right now. The other ones you can't judge. I mean, the TV series, Eyes of Wakanda. Did anyone watch that?
Never saw it.
Marvel Zombies?
Never saw it.
And Wonder Man's coming out in a few weeks.
And I'm not going to see it.
Definitely not watching that one.
Not watching. The trailer looks absolutely terrible.
Do you know what your score is? You got 9.
That I liked out of how many that you asked me.
Now that's the point. 9, and some of those were like maybe sort of meh.
Like,
so
yeah, exactly.
That would be like, so I think the maybe sort of
so there's
ones were
probably
like
less than 5 that I absolutely
It'd be like
loved.
6. If you count out the less than met ones that you kind of maybe sort of pity let in, it'd be like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And like it would be like those guys that can't have sex with the girls at the bar, so they go for like the fat chicks.
Put the bag on her head.
That quite literally bag on their heads. So let's count up these great cinematic achievements the MCU's been putting out. Because apparently, I was told on Twitter that the MCU has been putting out years of L's. And every single time I ask people this, they have less than Nate, a guy who's more forgiving than a lot of you guys. He had less than 9 himself. He had less than 9 things he actually genuinely enjoyed. He actually said all the TV shows, he said put them all in the trash. All of them. He watched all of them. He said put them all in the trash.
Yeah,
That's
most
terrible.
of them are not. They're just not great. No, in the TV shows, I don't think they should have done those. They bogged everything down too much. Made people feel like they needed to watch these things in order to understand the movies, and it was too much.
So there's 7 movies for Phase 4. TV shows you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How much did I just say there? I said 8, 7, right?
I thought you just said 8.
8
and then
7.
I thought you said my total was 9 out of all the ones you asked.
Out of Phase 4, there's 15 projects, right?
Oh, wow.
That's good Lord. Then for Phase 5, which I'll go to that right now, I'm doing an overall total here. So Phase 5 films. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you go television shows. 1, 2, 3. I guess if What If has 2 seasons, yeah, that's yes. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh fuck, I'm doing the joke. 8. So how many movies did I say? I said how many movies for Phase 5? I know there's 7 shows, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6.
6, yeah, yeah.
So 6, 7. Damn, we're doing the jokes here again. Oh my god, that's 28 projects, and you liked 9 of them.
Mhm.
28 out of 9.
Not a good track record.
That's not even
No.
double digits.
No, it's terrible.
And if you count
This
the
is
less sort of meh ones, that's 6.
if they had okay, this is where they went wrong. This is where they went wrong. The TV shows, it bogged everything down, and the writing went to shit, and they turned activist, is what they did.
I just, whenever I ask people this, so the MCU hasn't been putting out complete utter horse shit for the last 5 years. They're like, no, they haven't. Tally me up
yeah,
which
they
ones
have.
you. And I tell people, say the ones you like. Well, I like Guardians 3. Usually always the one. I like No Way Home. Okay, cool. What else you got there? If someone said they like Multiverse of Madness, I know they're already capping out their ass. But it's all subjective taste when it comes to it. Okay, 3. Okay, then they'll go. Yeah, if you can only think of 3 movies they've did in the last 4 years you've enjoyed, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
It's even worse when you say that with TV shows. It's even worse. Most people only say they liked one of the shows. That's even worse. You've liked one of the shows out of how many that have existed, that they've made, that they dumped in all that money to. That's not good.
It's terrible. I'm telling you, they ruin stuff. Disney ruins things.
And
They
the other,
do. Like every
yeah,
once in a while, yes, they'll come out with some good stuff, but for the most part, in general, mm-mm. Nope.
wait, did I 15? Wait, did I said 15, right? 15 plus 16? No, 6. Yeah, Fritz. I'm black. I can't do math. 6 plus 7 is 13.
Well,
Okay.
I can't either. So
Yeah, I was right.
Especially in my head.
I was second guessing myself. Well, Phase 4 had 15. Phase 5 had 13 projects.
so
That would be 28.
okay.
And you had 9 things. Guys, if you scored 9 out of 28 on a driving test, you're not getting a license. That's how that works.
That's less than 1/3.
Unless
less
you count
than
the sort of pity ones you
30%.
let in.
Well, let's not count them because because here's the thing, from phase 1 to 4, I really enjoyed many more than I thought were just eh.
Yeah, it feels like, and then we get, it's called the Multiverse Saga. Journey, but like that felt like such vanity when they announced it at that Comic-Con. Well, this is just the Multiverse Saga, but there's no soul and meaning into any of this. There's no actual dynamic story building and leading to get to some place of this. And they used the last 2 MCU movies, like Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts, to kind of build hype for Doomsday. So they used Thunderbolts to make an Avengers team. Which that's the worst part about Thunderbolts, is they basically make people Avengers when it's like, I thought being Avenger meant something, but no, these are just the Avengers, and it's not Thunderbolt's fault. That's Marvel's fault for not building anything and kind of using this movie as a last ditch effort to make something up to lead to Doomsday, because the narrative was, well, who's the Avengers for Doomsday? Well, Thunderbolts gave you the Avengers, and you have the post-credit scene with RDJ and Fantastic Four First Steps. That's our lead up for Doomsday. It's just those post-credit scenes. Unless you count the Marvel's
Robert
post-credit
Downey
scene.
was in that post-credit scene?
Yeah, he was uncredited. He was there.
Oh, I totally forgot.
I don't know why he wasn't credited. Apparently, he's just not credited for that, which makes
Does his face show up?
His face doesn't show. He's just there in the cloak.
Oh, the Doomsday. Yeah. Was that even really physically him?
They said it was, but who knows? Was Betty Ross really in Brave New World? Or was that CGI, AI, or something like that? That didn't look like she was there at all to me, but it's just, they really fucked up these last couple of years.
They absolutely did.
And Doomsday
they did.
is this movie. They're just dangling keys in front. Hey, you remember those Fox X-Men characters? Yeah, some of them were good. Some of them were very good. Yeah, but like, I don't know how that's supposed to correlate to anything the MCU's done. No, it's this. They're trying to recapture what the other Avengers movies had, but those other Avengers movies had hype because they were led into by a somewhat good level of building. This one is being led into with just 2 post-credit scenes. There's no, like, I sometimes feel the hype for Doomsday is just artificial. It's like, is it really there?
Well, Well, it's also kind of rooted in the nostalgia, which they're banking on. But what it also feels like with the writing, okay, so with phases 1 through 4, it felt like they had a strategic goal. They knew what they were aiming for, and that's what they were writing toward. With all these other phases, it feels like they're being a pantser, which means they're writing by the seat of their pants. And they're not really being mindful of what is the goal of this. And so Mr. Milquetoast said something that's concerning, which I think I heard about this. He said that reportedly Doomsday was being filmed without a finished script.
Oh no, I
This
I heard that. I heard a lot of the
Yeah,
actors
I
were
know. I
saying
heard that,
that.
but it's like,
Yeah.
this does not bode well.
Yeah, the problem here with that is, I mean, there are many movies that have went through that, and it's really that, but that's a red flag no matter what. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there are movies that have filmed without a script that have turned out pretty good, but like that's still a
It's
red flag.
rare.
Whenever
It's
I hear
rare.
that, whenever I hear that, I'm automatically thinking red flag. That is not
Concerned.
good.
Yes.
That's pretty
Yeah,
concerning, right?
exactly.
They're
Yep.
filming without even having a completed story to go off of. And that's
Not
only
good.
because they hired so many people that, yeah, I would imagine, based off how many people you've hired for this movie, it's probably a nightmare scheduling all these people to film, fly out,
It
house
is.
them in hotels, all this stuff, you know? And hey, I think the Russo brothers will do good with some of Doomsday. I do think they have a right, somewhat idea of what the character should look like as far as like getting people like emotionally invested there. But keep in mind, Marvel doesn't even deserve the Russo brothers again. They didn't even want them to do the movies. Mind, RDJ said the only reason why he would come back and do it is if they directed the movies. That's the only reason why. Maybe that was his payback for Terrence Howard, him getting Terrence Howard fired. But keep in mind, they didn't want the Russo brothers to direct Doomsday or was originally Kang Dynasty, which was Shang-Chi's director, or Secret Wars. They didn't want the Russo. It's so undeserved how they get them. Even though it's RDJ said I wanted them to do it. Okay, so now they're back. So you weren't gonna pick the people that made your most successful movies? What level of mindset is this? It's so undeserved. I don't get it. It's
Well,
like that guy who gets like 5 kills on Call of Duty all at once, and it's only because everyone else is sucking so bad at it. It was not because he's good. Oh god, I hate life, man. It's
I
crazy.
mean, I'm gonna go see it because I am actually interested.
Mhm.
I'm not holding out any hope. If it is good, I will say it. I don't mind saying something is good if I truly think it is,
Yeah,
but, if it sucks, I'm gonna say that too, and I don't care.
yeah. I told people the same thing. Like when I watch a movie, if I genuinely did enjoy it, I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy it because I'm seeing where the wind blows, and a lot of people
Well,
probably doing
because,
that a lot.
the clicks,
It's clicks and tribes. Yeah.
negativity draws clicks, and this is one thing I don't do. This is just a general thing for my channel because this is not me.
Mhm.
The reason why I avoided those shows and movies that we were talking about is because I inherently knew that I was not going to like them, and I do not hate watch. I do not like to hate watch because I'm going in with this unfair mentality because I know that I'm just going to give a negative review so I can try to get clicks. And that's not me. I legitimately, truly want to enjoy a film that I watch. So
If you have like
that's
the inclination, it's gonna be something you're gonna hate. You just don't even watch
Yep,
it.
I
Yeah.
will avoid it unless I am forced to watch something because I have to, like, let's say, Pauly Latino Slant, we have a live stream discussion about a film, and so, yeah, I have to watch something I had said I wasn't gonna watch. So,
Mhm.
one was Superman. I did not wanna watch Superman. I'm still pissed about what they did with Cavill, and I am not happy about James Gunn. The direction he has taken the DC in. I was not impressed with Superman. Now I wasn't pissed at it because Mr. Fantastic made it okay.
Once you go
Uh,
black, you know?
I liked his character. Please give me a movie about him instead. I did not like David Cornsweet as Superman. I didn't think it was great. I like him okay as a person, didn't think it's great, but now I am completely pessimistic about what James Gunn is going to do with the DC.
Supergirl
I
trailer didn't do anything for you?
Nope, not gonna watch Supergirl. I did not watch Peacemaker because I heard about some stuff that was also, it pissed me off that when James Gunn came through and got rid of everybody else, he magically kept projects that involved his wife.
Of course,
Peacemaker.
nepotism at its
Yeah,
finest, you know?
and that was super annoying. Then I watched Fantastic Four because I wasn't really gonna watch Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal's kinda getting on my last nerves. He hasn't reached the point where I avoid everything, but I had to watch it for the live stream discussion, and yes, I enjoyed it okay. But, yeah, there's some stuff I'm not gonna see. Because sometimes it has to do with the actor. Like, I stayed away from the Marvels because I really don't like Brie Larson.
Well, I watched Captain Marvel, and I thought to myself,
I didn't like Captain Marvel.
Come on, Captain Marvel wasn't a good movie, and I was thinking, like, you know what? What are the chances the sequel's better? And I was like,
I heard that Miss Marvel's was better.
I didn't want to take that risk. I was
No,
like, this first one sucks so much balls.
Yeah.
I'd rather not take that risk.
I heard it was, but by that point, Brie Larson had reached actresses I dislike so much I avoid their movies level.
Oh, yeah. Pedro Pascal, like, it's one of these people where, good Lord, I think, hey, since Disney's all about race swap Iman Vellani with Sydney Sweeney. You know what? If we're going to do this as a concept, why can't we have hot women that do it then? Why is it always the ugliest ones that get put in? I don't get it. Even the concepts don't even make sense logically. If we're going to race swap people, why can't they be better looking than the ones we have right now?
No, I hate the race swaps. I saw a recent thing about Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey, and the race swap they're doing with Helen of Troy.
Oh,
no,
God.
thank you. And I like that actress. But no, thank you. Also, the race swap that they're doing with Man at Arms or Man of War, whatever in He-Man, Idris Elba is playing him. No, thank you. And I love Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm.
But that really, really angers me. Now, sometimes I'll go into a movie and there's a race swap, but maybe I didn't know that was what that was. I also don't like gender swaps, and I do not like sexuality swaps. Why?
Mm-hmm.
They did that in Eternals.
Well,
that's totally agenda driven. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago, it was not. 15, 20 years ago, the mentality about that was different. But now when they do it, I know what they're doing, and it pisses me off. I just don't have any tolerance for it.
Yeah, for me, it's pretty much it boils down to, when an idiot or a dumb retard says, "Well, is the race super integral to their character?" Okay, I raise you this point: if it's not integral to their character, why swap it then? It's not integral, right? Why change it? That's why they call me the mic drop king.
They don't think
never
about
reply
it.
back. Anytime I say it, they never reply back. Well, they're like, but what's the harm in replacing it though? No. Your logic works like this. It's not integral to the character, even though it's integral because the creator make them look that way.
That's the way they were made. Yes.
Yes. But if we're going off of logic like that, which is already stupidity, just dumb as fuck, if the race is not integral and doesn't matter, then changing it means nothing then. Keep them the way they look then. Perfectly soundly reasonable position to have. No, but like dudes are so cucks now. They want women leading them in everything. They want, like, I ask people, why do you want Shuri as Black Panther? Because she was Black Panther comic books. That run isn't even liked. Do you want the Ta-Nehisi Coates run? That's not even a liked run.
Well, neither is Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel.
Yeah, these things aren't even. People say, "Oh, it's not even a liked thing."
Neither was Ironheart.
Yeah, so these are not liked things from the comic book fandom.
They're trying to
a small
force
fandom anyway.
this.
Yeah,
they're trying to force you to like it by putting it out there.
Yeah,
and if you don't want to watch it, or if you don't like it, well, you're one of the ists or the obes.
Yeah, like these things like Riri Williams and the Captain Marvel swap from the original guy that died, and also guys outside of these weirdly cringe like people that will stick up for anything modern wise. These are not liked concepts. They didn't sell. They swap. Captain Marvel, the one you just saw, they're gonna do a 4-issue comic book run coming up very soon, where they're gonna have her go back and look like how she looks like with that one piece that Dave Cockrum drew over that black one with the heels, the boots that everyone knows and loves. They're going back to that. Gee, I wonder why. Because the other one doesn't sell very well. you guys have to understand, these things are not liked concepts. They're just not. Sam Wilson, Captain America, not a liked concept for the comic book wise. Doesn't sell very well.
Mm-mm.
Ta-Nehisi Coates run for Black Panther. I haven't read it. Fair enough. I'm not saying I would dislike the whole thing. I'm just saying the common sentiment that I hear is it is not good. So if they're taking stuff from comic book runs of shit that was unpopular, not liked, what do you think is going to happen? Like I asked, what do you want out of a? I don't get with dudes now. Why do you want a woman leading you? There's no answer to it. But there's been many women generals in lifetimes. They don't defending who? Yes, because female cops do such an exceptional job at taking down perps, man. Dudes are so cucked these days. I can see why women don't want these fucking. I agree with women. Women don't want these fucking. You guys are losers.
Well, another thing that aggravates me is where they try to come at this with a narrative that the world would be a better place if women were in charge of everything. Hell no. There were some really bloodthirsty female leaders throughout history. Are you kidding me? And women are some of the cattiest people in the world. No, thank you.
It's because they watch so much media. It's like back in the day when they watched too much Disney movies. They thought watching Disney princess movies means that the girl you fight for and get, she's just this perfect specimen of human being that can do no wrong. I don't know why you guys think that. I usually shit on women. Men are so stupid. If you guys generally think women are the most perfect things ever that can't do wrong, you are so beyond stupid. I can't help you. I can't. Your brain is too rotted out. It's worthless to explain to you. If you generally think a human being can do no wrong, you are stupid, and your mom should have swallowed you. Just pointing it out there.
It's like this weird aspect of chivalry.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it.
They used to call them white knights. Remember some years ago? Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, no thanks. I don't know. I'm one of those women that, well, yeah, I don't like the chick flicks. I don't like rom-coms. And when I watch an action movie or whatever that involves men and stuff, a lot of times if there's a woman in there, I'm like, oh, she's just going to ruin everything. She's going to like be a distraction to the men and they're going to get in trouble because of her. It just aggravates me.
Oh my God. I can't stand
And don't get
dudes.
me wrong, there are some like female characters or female centric stories that I adore
Yeah.
because they are written well, and one of the more recent examples is K-pop Demon Hunters. I love the hell out of that movie. That is fantastic writing. You know
Mhm.
why? Because it didn't come from the US, I think. Well, it was a, like American Korean sort of production, but whatever. The writing is so good, and the women are so good. They're just this is the way I want female characters to be written. As a female, this is how I
Sure,
want them to be written.
buddy. That is nothing more than yeah. I think that's what happened with media back in the day. It's probably the worst narrative that happened with TV and media back in the day. The guy was always the bumbling idiot, but the woman was considered the smart one. I want you guys to understand that's not real life.
I don't like that. That sort of nonsense started a while back, and it became pretty obvious.
And people kind of tolerated it only because the medium that it was in
It
was
was
good.
funny or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
yeah.
I didn't enjoy that, and I also don't like movies that, are extreme that have all these double standards going on with a certain things that happens, like,
Mhm,
there was a movie that ended up on my worst list of the year
mhm.
called Oh Hi. Have you heard of this movie?
Wait a minute. Is it led by a black lady?
Nope.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Okay. So so it's about this man and woman go off to this lake house for this romantic getaway, and while they're there, it's like an Airbnb, they find some bondage equipment in the closet, and they decide to have fun with it, and then when they're done playing and she's getting ready to untie the guy because he was the one being tied up, they get in this argument because she finds out that he doesn't think they're exclusive. So, in other words, he's seeing other women. And it seems like there was a miscommunication issue, but she gets angry about this. And this is a movie that's played for laughs. It's a rom com, a twist on a rom com. She keeps him tied up. She does not untie him from the bed. She keeps him prisoner for like a day and she won't let him go.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that a Netflix movie?
I don't know if it's on Netflix now, but it came to the big
My
screen.
friend
It
described
was
a
a
movie
Regal
very similar to that one.
it was a Regal mystery movie, and it pissed me off, and I was so angry when I watched it because the audience in the theater, most of them were laughing. They thought it was hilarious, and I was thinking to myself, "Would you think this is funny if the roles had been swapped and he tied her to the bed and wouldn't let her go? Would this movie ever be greenlit if that was the scenario? No, it sure as hell would not. That would be a movie that would be played as like a horror or a thriller.
Mhm.
But for some reason, this was so hilarious. And in the
Because it's
end,
funny to emasculate the
yeah, it's funny,
it's funny to
but
emasculate the guy.
well,
Yeah.
I don't think it's funny, and I'm personally very angry about that movie, and in the end, she suffers no consequences for her action, and he apologizes to her,
Oh my god, men are so
right?
coming out. Oh god.
I just
No,
I
because that's the thing now. The thing is, it's funny to women to emasculate men and then say, "Well, where's all the good men at? Where's all the hardworking men at?" Gee,
gee,
I
I
wonder why.
wonder why. Yeah,
I wonder.
exactly. No, no
Women do
thanks.
the women do that surprise Pikachu face on everything. Hey, I cucked my man out. Man, why is he not strong and does lead anything?
It's just
Good lord.
oh, mm-mm.
So
Yeah,
what you're
but, you
saying
know,
is women are the worst.
they can be. I prefer hanging with, men more than most
Me too.
women.
Yeah, men treat me great. No homo though. No one can
I
satisfy a man
mean,
like me.
granted, there are a lot of fantastic women that I have, like, especially met here on YouTube and hang with and do
Mhm.
live streams with, and I really do like them, but just I don't know, in general, it's just a thing, because I know how women are.
Oh yeah. Like there was days I literally studied women behavior, and when I learned all these different perspectives at a single point, you do that thing like when you're younger, and you kind of learn about different things every day. I think a few years ago or a long time ago, I was like, you know what? I would just study a lot of different stuff, perspectives, how people think, what is the general, like a general reality of what a lot of women come to think, and it's just whoo, it's awful. I see why it's bad out there for a lot of single guys. But as we wrap it up here, we'll get into that conversation. And you have another appearance down the
There's a
road.
lot could be said about that, yeah.
We'll start with the first things first. Do you have anything planned coming up in 2026 in the, let's say, immediate time frame that you would like to
Uh
let the audience know about?
Watching movie reviews. I'm gonna be on the Latino Slant hosting Los Cinematicos, gonna be talking about most anticipated movies for 2026 coming up.
Okay.
But, yeah, other than that, just continue doing what I'm doing. Yeah, reviews, live streams.
Guys, she doesn't even follow me on Twitter. It's crazy.
Yes, I do. Surely I do. Really? I
She
don't?
she also said that she was going to get me in contact with a Latino slang. I would love to talk
Okay,
to that guy.
so you are totally yanking my chain because, oh, you're right, I don't follow you.
A
But I
lot of
fixed it. I
good
fixed it.
lord. Oh,
I
are you
I
being
wrote
the
you.
woman
No,
that we
you
just
wrote
talked about? Oh no. Oh no.
I'm sorry. You wrote me, and for some reason, I brain farted. I really try to follow almost everybody that follows me on Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so wait a second. You don't follow me, sir.
They always ladies first. That's how it works. I was taught manners.
Well, I've rectified that. I'm sorry.
Woo!
I
Man,
don't know.
stay
You
easier.
you you had written me at different. You had written me different. Like I think you wrote me Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and I didn't see it, and then I saw the one on Twitter.
That's what my wife
So
says when she leaves and bangs out other dudes. Huh, crazy. These all sound very similar. Maybe she's lying to me. So the last thing I'll ask you before we head out is, do you have any shout outs you want to give to anyone in particular and anything else you want to say before we head out?
So, shout outs, yeah, obviously Latino Slant, Kyle Corwith, his videos are fantastic. He goes into a lot of in-depth discussions and they're very, very interesting. So yeah, Latino Slant, like I said, and D Movie Man is one of my favorite YouTubers. And yeah, there's a whole bunch, too many to name, but those are the ones that come to mind.
Yeah. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to the Sense Corners YouTube channel. When she does the live streams, you will
Thank you.
see all the panelists there. Oh, goodness gracious. Talking about movies definitely just soaks the time up. You'll be like 2 hours in talking about movies and going over like every plot detail. And you're just like, wow, I'm already 2 hours into
I
this.
can talk and talk and talk about films. Like, this is one thing that I will go on about. I'm telling you, I love stories. That's the whole reason I started this channel.
Yeah. I keep in mind, guys, no, I was trying to make that sounds so much better than what I was going to be. He's going to end off with some epic banger now. That was a complete actual fail. But yeah, it was great to have Sin's Corner on for the first time. Can't wait to have you on again, potentially later on during the year or
Sure. Yep.
sometime down the road. You know Mexican Iron Man, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
He's so busy.
By extension, by extension, we haven't interacted a ton, but
Yeah.
like I see him on the Latino Slant, in the chat and everything. Sometimes he's on the live streams. Yeah. He's funny. I follow him on Twitter. He's pretty woof.
You like Mexican Iron Man. Also, guys, before we head out, this is a tip for life. When you're being stopped by law enforcement, don't try to apparently give off the impression you want to run them over.
Yeah.
You might
don't do that. Don't do that. You're not going to end up in a very good place.
Like I said before, you roll a dice, you either get a 3, a 6, or a 9. That's a 0. So that lady's deleted. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show, and we will see you guys on